What is up, YouTube? This is DeFGandolf coming to you with another Minecraft Redstone tutorial. So, in this episode and the next episode of my Redstone tutorials, I'll be covering the stuff that was added in the 1.5 update known as the Redstone Update. So, in part 1, which is this episode, I'm going to be going over the redstone block right here, the hopper right here, and the dropper right here. And then in the next episode, I'm going to be going over the daylight sensor, which won't take long. It's basically a solar panel. The two added pressure plates, the golden one, which is light, the iron one, which is heavy, the trap chest, and the redstone comparator, I think is how it's said. But anyway, so this is what we're covering in the first episode, Notified by the Dark Wood, and next episode, the birch wood. So yeah, let's get into it. We are starting out with the redstone block. So that's what it looks like. That is how it is crafted, right there. Just like any other block, you get a block of redstone. And then the redstone block acts as a continuous power source. As you can see here, the redstone current travels 15 blocks. This is the 15th wire right here. It is powered. 16th is not powered. Then redstone blocks, you can attach to pistons, like that. And it will power the redstone once it moves into position. But the redstone block does not transmit power through blocks vertically or horizontally or diagonally. As you can see, I've got wood blocks separating it from the redstone block, and none of these lamps are lit. And so it does not transmit power through blocks, just to any redstone machines or wiring or parts immediately next to it. Now, as you can see, the redstone block will transmit power vertically and horizontally. It will transmit it down. I just did it right here. But it will not transmit diagonally. Let me set time today. There we go. So keep that in mind when using it. And the redstone block cannot be turned off. So as you know with redstone torches like this, you can default them off and change the signal. That is not the case with redstone blocks. As you can see, the lever, no matter how I do it, when it's on, it doesn't affect it. When it's off, it doesn't affect it. Lever immediately next to it, still no effect. And then defaulting it like you would a redstone torch does not work either. You cannot default the redstone block. So now, the next block we're going to do is the hopper. So that's what it looks like. Here's how it is crafted, right here. Just iron with a chest in the middle. You get a hopper. Looks kind of like a tornado in your inventory. I thought that was kind of funny. I'm going to clear out my inventory. Bear with me. Alright, so the hopper can be used to almost completely automate farming, which is why I'm putting it in here, because is it truly a redstone block? Kind of. You can turn it off and turn it on, so there's that, and it also helps with automation. So, yeah. If you wanted to read everything that I typed right there, I basically said everything that I typed, but just go back and pause the video and you can read it. So the way a hopper works is anything that is thrown into the top is funneled into what is the storage thing that is connected to, in this case a chest. So if I throw a piece of iron on top, the piece of iron goes into the chest. No matter how many you throw, if you throw it into the hopper, it will go into the chest. And as you can see, there are now 21 pieces in the chest. And sometimes it'll miss, but, you know. Then, a hopper can also pull out of another storage thing. So, if we put that in there, as you can see, it is coming into the chest below through this hopper. Excuse me. And it does have a constant pull and deposit rate. So, yeah. They can be turned on and off. Oops, looks like I forgot to turn this one off. Let me go grab some wood and a lever. Alright, so to turn turn a lever off. To turn a hopper off, all you need to do is toggle it. So, as you can see over here, when it is powered, it does not feed. You can see the cobble is not going down into this chest with the exception of those three, because I didn't have it on. Over here, I got the signs mixed up, but I'm just going to go with it. Over here, if you put something in it, it will feed down into this chest. So the next thing, this is really cool, I love this about hoppers. You can chain them together to create a pipe. This is really, really awesome. Actually, I think I've already got some in here. So as you can see, I've got 12 hoppers that way, 12 that way, to deposit into that chest. And the direction of flow is going to go from that side to that side, as you can see by that little stub, because they're feeding into the next hopper next to it. That's why I was saying storage block and not chest over there, because technically these are storage blocks, as you can see. So I've got 64 iron in this chest, and when I turn this switch off, this will no longer be receiving power, so it will start pulling things out of that chest and sending it on down the pipe. So as you can see, iron ingots are being pulled out, and this is going to take a few seconds to start feeding in over here. That one was already there, but as you can see, now iron is arriving from way over there. It's coming all the way down through these into here. As far as I know, there's no limit to how far you can do this without restarting it. I've tried going all the way up to about 30 and it worked, so I don't think there's a limit. If there is, it's probably at about 50 if I had to take a guess, but I don't think there is. You can also make a vertical pipe, as I thought. Wrong button. So as you can see, you can also make a vertical pipe. There's all the iron. But yeah, so it'll feed top to bottom, but you cannot feed it bottom to top. You cannot make something go from low. You cannot make it go up to something up high. You can only make it go high to low. Just something to keep in mind. Now for the last thing I'm going to cover in this part is droppers. That's what it looks like. That is how you craft it. Very, very easy to make. And yeah, so droppers and hoppers were pretty much put in the game to work together. I'll show you why in just a minute. Droppers are very similar to dispensers in every way except for the fact that if you have an arrow in a dispenser, it will fire the arrow as if you had pulled back a bow and shot the arrow. A dropper will just throw the arrow on the ground. It will not shoot it. That is the main difference. Other than that, it works just like a dispenser. Every time it receives a redstone signal, it shoots out. And hoppers can catch what droppers drop. This is what I mean by they were basically put in the game to work together. Those two hoppers right there, you're going to want to put 2, maybe even 3 out in front. And yeah, so you want to put a third one maybe. As you can see, a couple of them got away here, or just one got away. But I've got a little pipe funneling it to this chest, and every single one that was fired got put into the chest, minus that one. So this is very useful for automating farms and other things as such. So I do recommend putting about 3 out in front here. As you can see, a lot more escaped that time. And yeah, so that's everything I've got to cover in this episode, guys. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you learned a little something. And if you did, I would love it if you would leave a like below. If I left anything out on any of these 3 items, feel free to leave a comment. And if I got anything wrong on these, also leave a comment correcting me. And yeah, so this is DeFGandolf signing off. Later.